Hello, divine masculines and all you divine feminines who are cross-watching. Clearing. Okay, I just did a divine feminine reading. I think that one's going to upload first. We'll see if this one's shorter. You'll see this one first. So watch for the divine feminine intensive. But let's dive in. I'm going to use the same format and same questions that I did for the divine feminine reading. So first off, let's see, divine masculines, what is the spirit guided message? What energies, what lens, what message can we see for setting the tone for this reading for you beautiful divine masculines? What can we see? Thank you, divine creator, for showing us what the divine masculines may need to know right now. Wow, we just get one. This and that are true. Which world do you subscribe to, divine masculines? Anything you believe, you will find validation to support that in this reality. Whatever it is you adhere to, that you have faith in, that you trust, you're going to find supporting evidence to affirm that. If you're pessimistic, you're going to be met with confirmations that support your right to be pessimistic. If you're optimistic, you're going to find the signs and synchronicities that will align to catapult you that way. Each one is true. How do each feel, though? Divine masculines. How does pessimism feel in your bones? How does optimism feel in your bones? And then, which one feels more realistic? There's a secondary layer to anything. There's a counterfeit and an authentic version of pessimism. There is an authentic and counterfeit application for optimism. It becomes an interesting, intuitive, discerning process. So divine masculines, understand what repels and attracts you. Understand if it's a counterfeit, repelling and attracting or not. Really look at the dualities, really investigate those energies, divine masculines. Your spirit guidance here is look at your emotional responses to the things you believe are true and decide if that's what you want to align with. Does it feel good? Not manic, not crazy, not the appearance of good, but genuinely right. No craziness in your gut instinct. Right. Okay, let's dive into what the divine feminines would like you to know today. Divine masculines, what is a message from the divine feminine higher selves? We saw the star card, the destined path. But what is it that the divine feminine's 5D selves would have the divine masculine collective know at this time? Oh my gosh. So we got the Hermit in reverse, and in the divine feminine reading, this came out on the mind space. And the King of Wands in the reverse. This actually came out on the edge. So divine feminines, this is beautiful because the divine feminines are also saying that they can look at you, divine masculine, in many different ways, depending on which you align with. So if you want to magnetize your divine feminine, if you want to crack this code, divine masculine, your divine feminine's higher self is saying, which version of expression do you want to exemplify? Which one do you want to exhibit into the world? Do you want to be the high frequency version of this King of Wands, the shaman, the realized diplomat under heaven, the sexually faithful, committed, intimate, sacred sexuality, sacred intimacy, safety, empowerment, soul fire? Or do you want to be, that did not muscle test very high, it flung out of my hand as soon as I started wanting to go into the negative. So I don't think you want to be the low vibe expression of this King of Wands that is volatile, angry, moody, tyrannical, unfaithful, sleazy, cheap, a slut, manipulative, a player, a liar. You don't want to be that reckless energy, divine masculine. So even if you're not, there seems to be some sort of a deliberation. Divine feminines are, the jury is out, I mean, you know, with the divine feminines as to whether or not to align with you. Because when you're like this, when you're in this, they can align. When you're like this, they cannot align. And so divine feminines are coming out of hermit mode saying, whatever will be, will be. They want the destined path. So if you choose to ignite this soul fire together, they are all on board with you. If you choose to continue to exhibit anything like this, or even, you know, have distance, refrain, keep yourself from the connection, divine feminines are truly ready to let you go. Just because they are not fighting for this connection does not mean that they would not want it if you showed your willingness and your readiness. And it doesn't mean it's lost. When you're ready and willing, these deep soul connections are not broken. They can be fulfilled. But who would want to wait once you know what they are? The only reason people don't go for these is because they don't fully see what they are, because they themselves are not there yet to recognize the energy. But you are watching this, divine masculine. So it's a hall of mirrors. You know, you might think that, I'm getting for some, you might think that you are exemplifying everything needed. And yes, in times in the past you must have, or your divine feminine would not have recognized you. But are you now, divine masculine? Are you now? Are you communicating? Are you coming forward? That is what divine feminine is saying. Divine feminines are not going to fight for it against your will. Divine masculine, they love you that much that they will not try and convince you like so many karmic connections. They only want these connections. Go ahead and watch today's divine feminine deep dive and know that it's actually because they love you so much that they don't want to fight for this. Okay, let's see what the 3D divine feminine would have to tell you, divine masculine. We get King of Pentacles in the reverse, clarified by 2 of Swords and 7 of Wands. Exactly, they're done fighting for it. They don't want to try and convince you. Flat up, divine feminine, what did I just say, divine masculine? Divine feminine love you so much, they do not want to fight for this if you aren't willing. They want to step out of their comfort zone. It's very easy, needy, codependent for a divine feminine, for a feminine. That's why I stumbled on the words, because it's not divine feminine energy. For a karmic feminine to lash out, to try and convince, to sell herself to you, to sell herself short, to try and convince you that you should be with her. Divine feminines will not do that. Divine masculines. So there is a full 3D recognition and proclamation here that divine feminines will not chase you, will not prove their love in these kinds of sales gimmicky ways. Beautiful. I'm hearing all the divine feminines saying, can we be more clear? Divine masculine, we love you so much. But not like that. Not at that price. Okay, let's dive into the divine masculine energy. Where are divine masculines at emotionally, mentally, and physically on the journey? So this is going to be instructional for divine masculines that have not pinpointed this stuff consciously, taken the time to look at it, really open up to see if it resonates. And for the divine feminine cross watchers, this is a glimpse into what they are feeling, thinking, and doing in the physical. with some divine guidance coming in as well here. So thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us what is going on for the Divine Masculines emotionally at this time. Where are they at regarding union emotionally? It didn't shuffle very cleanly or split, so I have to shuffle again. That means that there is still, I'm hearing that Lionsgate portal is still causing ripples of accelerated growth in the masculines' emotional understanding of this connection. Okay, we get, Four of Wands in the reverse. We had the Four of Wands show up in the Divine Feminine reading in this exact same position in the upright. Dun dun dun. Crazy energy. Okay, what else? And the Tower and the Star. I saw the Star already in a different deck, and the Hermit was talking about the destined path that the feminines are aligning with. Here we have that for the Divine Masculines on the emotional level, and Two of Coins for the key card. So the key card I pull from the bottom of the deck. It's the underlying energy that qualifies these other cards. So what I'm seeing here as this underlying energy, there has been a decision with you Divine Masculines to see where this energy can go, to see what you can become more practical about assessing this connection in light of the big picture, the eternal picture with the infinity symbol here. It's that twin flame eternal love, the righteousness, the spiritual continuity that honors a destined connection like this. This is an opening of the mind, of the emotions. I'm hearing a lot of the triggering has tempered you to the degree that you have more resilience here, Divine Masculine, that you're tired of the emotional backlash of karmic experiences. You're starting to grow out of the shock and awe. How could this karmic thing happen to me? You're growing out of the drama, Divine Masculines. That's actually really profound, because a lot of times Divine Masculine energy does not activate when there's a threat of drama, and yet karmic connections, temporary connections, connections that are superficial because of fear of intimacy or non-committal, those actually bring a lot of destruction because they walk the edge of heartache. They aren't grounded, they aren't real, and it's a paradox because we think that protects us, but it really keeps us in the letting ourselves down, letting our higher selves down. So what I'm seeing here, Divine Masculines, is that you are bravely actually making baby steps towards accessing your destiny. This big star here represents your Divine Feminine and how different your Divine Feminine is from all of your other options. And so this is you coming into alignment, maybe wishing on a star. But this Four of Wands shows that it's the foundation within you, Divine Masculine, that you're being inspired to create so that you can come into celebration with your divine counterpart. And you are surely feeling this becoming in your Divine Feminine. There was a lot of mirroring back and forth with the Divine Feminine energy in the Divine Feminine reading. There is a major internal foundation being reestablished here, which if we turn these in the upright, it's a spiritual foundation. You're becoming more spiritual, Divine Masculine, and that's not the woo-woo, ritualistic, showy kind of I'm spiritual energy. This is literally grounded, practical, choosing what's good for you, not what is on a faulty foundation. When we choose impermanent, temporary, non-committal things, it's coming from a place of brokenness, unhealed, tentative, flimsy energy. When we choose to align with eternal frequencies, love, that puts us on our destined path, because that's the sure-footed, solid, not this tower energy. It is the secure foundation. And being reminded of the biblical verse, don't build a house on sand, build it on rock. This is that kind of a thing. There's a big theme here about trying to eliminate drama by being non-committal. But the irony is that eliminating drama means actually choosing things that are deeply supportive, deeply loving. So Divine Feminine's watching, your Divine Masculine is understanding the difference between those things. Let's get an energy card for support, Divine Masculines. What does the Divine want you to know about this spiritual restructuring, the depth coming in? The physical embodiment of this. Chamber of communication, correspondence, declaration, and telepathy. I am sensing there is this tandem process under the surface with your divine counterpart, because we have this card in the exact same position. You are energetically collaborating, whether you consciously know that or not. For many, I know I've personally felt my Divine Masculine asking some very key questions over the last couple of months through his own volition. And so Divine Masculines, yes, the telepathy is real. Your Divine Feminine hears you loud and clear when you take the time to put that out there concisely, clearly. If you intend to send your Divine Feminine a message, a verbal communication through telepathy, your Divine Feminine will hear you. Your Divine Feminine may not respond in the physical, but if you are quiet and open to that, you will hear a response. You will understand the correspondence there. And so emotionally help yourself and your twin union by intending telepathic communication at this time, Divine Masculine. For Divine Feminines cross-watching, just understand that the Divine Masculines are believing in this enough to have the telepathic communication, and it's not in your minds. I think many of us that watch my channel here understand that and are very firmly rooted in it, but for all of those new to my channel, welcome. You're not here by accident. Okay, let's see what is going on the conscious mind for the Divine Masculines. Six of Wands in the reverse, Hangman in the reverse. Ooh, Karma, the Judgment in the upright. That's a massive energy to be on the conscious mind. That is the awakening. That is the awakening. The key card, the underlying energy for the conscious, let's use the word revelation, because it's on the conscious mind. The revelations that the Divine Masculines that you're going through right now, Divine Masculines, you are brave. You are absolutely fighting for this. You are not satisfied with your mundane existence, your 3D existence anymore. This is telling me you're ready. You're ready to fight for this. Look at it's. This is the most abundant path, and it's yours alone. This is individuation. Look at how many blossoms are on this aliveness, this chosen path that you are now waking up to. And, you know, even this one, you know, this one has a few flowers, almost as many as this one, compared to all these other options that are easier to combat or step away from or release any influence that would be more powerful than your own. But this one right here represents that thing that's been truly at odds with your divine love connection here. This is karmic feminine energy. This is karmic partners. By that I mean no disrespect. They are high-level soul connections themselves that are here to teach you the upper nuance of discernment. But even these pale in comparison to your own fully realized masterful path that only you can access. So consciously you are standing up for this awakening. Six of Wands, we've been seeing this card quite a bit. So Divine Masculines, you're truly understanding ego bravado, public acclaim, reputation, worldly reputation. I'm hearing, stardom in the upright. This can be financial opulence and, people revering you because you are successful by worldly terms, wealthy for some. This is an energy, even class clown energy can fall under this in the lower vibrational expression. In the reverse, you are trying to impress yourself, not the wrong people here, not the people that you're told that you should impress, that actually take your energy, because you can never live up to that. It's an unattainable, insatiable, sucking energy when you're trying to live up to something outside of yourself. And so divine masculines, you are seeing the light here. You're seeing the karma in that. You're seeing the subconscious with the moon in front of the sun here. You're seeing the shadow of all this stuff that you thought at one point would define you, would make you, that you could achieve. And it is blessing. It will be used for greatness. All of your blessing is valid. But if you lost it all, divine masculine, you would still be worth more than your weight in gold because of the lessons you're learning, because you are a divine masculine, you are divinely focused, and that is the spiritual reputation that is taking the highlight here. That's the sun about to come out from behind the moon. It's all part of the process. It's all steps in the fullness. And so divine masculine, we have the Hanged Man here. This is a totally new perspective. This card in particular has a Y made out of the ropes. Here's the Enlightenment. This is the sun. That looks like the eclipse that's happening there. And so you are in high council, divine masculine, to find out, to solidify your personal, brave, independent, individual reasons why you are being called to awaken to a higher path that is not of the world and the worldly reputation, but truly the perspective that shows your spiritual knowing, your higher understanding, and aligns you with the higher love, the real thing. I just heard you're believing in love. This is what's needed for you to believe that things are more than skin deep, to have the faith, to have the trust that your divine feminine loves you in a way that precedes your earthly reputation. When I breathe like that, I'm clearing a lot of density, and I felt the weight of the world on your shoulders, divine masculine, that you can release. It's like, why have I been trying to impress these people, is what is on the masculine mind right now, is what am I actually getting out of it? What in the actual am I getting out of this? Yes, okay, divine masculines, what is the spirit guidance for this conscious awareness? Temple of Centering. This is one of my twin flame cards. I love this schematic because it is particle and wave theory of light. You and your twin, and the third energy, the connection to source, and the exponential that is manifest. But solitude, seclusion, grounding, and belonging. This is you coming back into the sense of home, your true spiritual foundation, that eternal alignment that you cannot find in non-committal temporary energies that are the acclaim and reputation of the world. Those alignments are all 3D and temporary. You cannot take that when you go. Only love remains, and that is the true belonging. So divine masculines, you may be finding yourself in an enforced solitude right now, I'm hearing. You might not understand, or you might be choosing this. You might actually actively be taking space from certain things that have ceased to be fulfilling. or to support what you thought you were going to get out of them. Karmic relationships, I heard sex buddies, that is wearing off. And you're becoming more grounded in this because you are no longer satisfied by the temporary. It's an interesting motion I'm feeling here, because when we awaken, anything goes, and we think that liberation is to take advantage and maximize the knowledge of self and maintain our autonomy within the plethora of things available to us. When those things cease to amuse us, cease to fulfill us, there is the secondary drop-in, just like those first messages of this and that were true. There is within every frequency a counterfeit and an authentic expression. So, Divine Masculines, you are becoming consciously aware of the earthly pursuits as counterfeit and the deeper call to the eternal that looks much the same, but is yet more real. How stunning. Oh my gosh. It's an honor to bring these through. Okay, what on the physical realm, Divine Masculines? Justice in the reverse. This is incredible. For Divine Feminines watching, you know, we all want a justified connection with our Divine Masculine. And in the reverse, this is saying that the Divine Masculines understand they've got it wrong. They have not been bringing the justice to you, Divine Feminine. They have not been bringing justice to this union. They have been at fault. I want to word that differently. The accountability for this justice not prevailing in your connection is on them. They see that this is front row and center. Your connection is not where it could be because that is their 3D reality. When the justice card shows up in the upright, it's in the person who the reading is for's favor, in the reverse for the Divine Masculine. So they are only to blame for not having brought this. And on my table, look at this. Four of Wands in the reverse. This whole in the world, not of the world, or, you know, buying into the world. This is the duality of this and that are true. We have the spiritual love in the reverse, leaving the public acclaim and fame of the 3D, and then seeing the disadvantage, the disservice that this mediocre attempts at holding love at bay or accessing quantity over quality here, fear of intimacy, wounding, non-committal energy has done a disservice in this connection. Divine Masculines are understanding that. That means there is a desire for the other, for the commitment. When something shows up, it is a indicator that the opposite implication is there. So if this is showing up, if the Divine Masculines are aware that there is an injustice going on in your connection, it implies that they want justice. That is awesome. This showed up. This Page of Pentacles also showed up for Divine Feminine in the physical realm. This is beautiful. So this is kindness, not duty. This is genuine will. This is putting your money where your mouth is. This is beautiful. Literally, Divine Masculines know that to bring justice here, they need to contribute. They need to give freely of self. They need to start somewhere, start small. So this can be communication, Divine Feminine. So if your Divine Masculine reaches out, feel into the energy, feel the difference, feel the shift, because I do feel here that Divine Masculines are getting it and understanding it's not game playing anymore. It's not a casual connection anymore. For a lot of Divine Masculines, they did not have the sincerity to back the things they've offered in the past, or the wherewithal to follow through. This feels sure-footed. This feels sweet. This feels genuine. It feels friendly, truly friendly. It feels free from ulterior motive. And divine masculines, it does feel very humble to me. What else? The sun. This is the most positive card in the deck, but immediately, like, ain't no sunshine when divine feminine is gone. This is the justice. This is the enlightenment that has not been fully realized. The sun is full realization. This, I want to show you, has fallen beneath here. The sun is hidden there. The sun is in the reverse here. And the star right above it. The sun is a star. It is the destined path, your connection, your union, your enlightenment, your spiritual progress, all tied into this becoming, this major revelation. This Judgment Day card in the tarot represents second chances, resurrection, Judgment Day, revelation. It's the card of the Armageddon, the book of Revelations in the Holy Bible. It's all of those things. This is the redemption day. Divine masculines, you're not wrong to connect this love with that magnitude of salvation. And that means, you know, salvation is a motion that reclaims the 3D and makes it holy again, makes it righteous. It's not about the opinion or the appearance of success and abundance. It's about the authentic, the this and that are true. The pretty pictures, the image that is created for others who casually know you is vastly different than the energetic knowledge and awareness of your divine counterpart and the authentic ability to access true enlightenment, true cosmic justice, true eternal love. This is a huge reading, everybody. The underlying energy is this waiting period. For me, this card is August, September, October. It's a harvest card. It's waiting for harvest. This is now, this time of year. So even if if you're in the southern hemisphere, I still want to suggest that for me this represents now. I'm in the northern hemisphere, but I'm still getting that it's September, October for you, August, September, October. Because I'm getting those 3 months, I feel they are pivotal to the connection, and that there is a progression here for the divine masculines in August, September, October, with very deliberate hallmarks. And I'm hearing right now spirit guidance saying that all twins will look back at this August, September, October and see the changing of the guards. The divine masculine is making choices each month, one major choice each month right now that chooses the connection over karmic, temporary, worldly 3D options, systematically inspired by enlightenment becoming and justice prevailing, making authentic moves. Wow, okay, let's get a card of support for the divine masculines. What does the divine guidance want you to know here? We're getting another Stargate, Alpha Aryan Stargate, artistry, expression, community, and celebration. Go where your heart calls you. Be where you belong. Attune. Oh, I'm seeing Gate of Returning at the bottom of the deck here. Entrance, death, rebirth, passage. So I'm going to leave that there, but no mistake that that is there. Return back to where you belong. Divine masculine. We just got that on the mind space. Belonging. Celebration. This is homecoming. I'm hearing prodigal son. Wow. Okay. That is absolutely... I'm going to write prodigal son down. Okay, many blessings, twins. These have been really, really profound readings today, and post Lionsgate. I wish you many blessings. Oh, and I did open up some sessions tomorrow and the next day. So schedule, bump yourself up if you want, or if you've been waiting for a session, it's your lucky day. Grab those. Bye for now.